Hey y'all, I'm going to be not wet sanding, but sanding this offset body today. I put the 2K clear on it, let it cure for about a week. But I'm using this new sanding system that I recently got. So I'm starting out with the Super Asalix. And I recently bought this one too, the Super Bufflex. So I'll be finishing up with that. I can't remember how far that goes up. I think it only goes up to 3,000, but I don't remember. But anyway, that's what we'll do. We'll turn the music on. I'm just going to sand this. I'm still kind of undecided with all this new stuff I've got here, but it worked pretty well on the Bex. This will tell the story. Black, as you all know, any kind of dark color, black especially, really hard to hide any imperfections. We're going to give it a shot, see what happens. I'm starting out with 600 grit. Go to 600 and then 800, 1,000, 1,200, and 1,500. So here we go. See this 600 grit I just started using really makes that orange peel show up. You know, it wasn't that prevalent before I started sanding, but you can just see it's not flat at all. It feels good, but it's far from flat. So we'll keep sanding.
Stupid questions are to blame. What is the object of this game? What is the price that we pay? What is the distance of this terrain? What does it take just to play? Why are we going so fast? Why are we in this zone?
I noticed the last time I used these papers, the first couple grits, 6 and 800, it took quite a while to get this to be flat. But after you get it flat, you can run through these other grits just pretty quick. Doesn't take long at all. Still, I don't know if you guys can see it, but see little shiny spots where it's still not completely flat. I'm going to flip it around, start on the other end, and I might go up to another grit, but if it doesn't start removing this stuff, I'll have to go back down to the 600. But I got to get rid of all that stuff. taken quite a bit of it out, but it's still got a lot in it. This is stuff I would have never seen had I not been using this kind of paper. I believe if I would have wet sanded this, I don't know if I'd be able to see that or not. I've had some bad experiences wet sanding on that red stretch, so I'm trying to find a better way to do it. It's probably user error on my part, but I'm staying away from the wet sanding for a little bit. This video is going to be really long if I keep going the way I'm going here. So what I'll do a little more sanding, and I'll break this up into several different videos, so you're not, so I'm not making like a 30-minute video or whatever. I'll do a little more, and I'll turn it off, turn it back on with another grit, and I'll just make a few videos so you can watch them when you get time.
Tropical storm, hurricane. No police, no problems, annoying loud noises, just symmetrical picture frame. Weightlessness, bliss, wish to stay like this as I'm floating away from my ills. Time to invest in an air tank or snorkel, or pray I acquire some gills.
Stuff's working pretty good so far, I think. It's expensive, I'm telling you. I've got probably just a little under 200 bucks, between 150 and 180 bucks tied up in these two sets of papers. That so far, well, this is the second guitar I've used them on. And I've only used, this is half a sheet. So this is all I've used so far. You can just wipe these off, they're reusable. So time will tell if they're worth the money or not. So far I'm pretty impressed with them. But we'll see. I'm not, done. I shouldn't be sanding through any place or anything, but I haven't got on these curves and edges yet. And that's usually, if I'm going to screw up, that's usually where it's at. I'll let this run just a couple more minutes and I'm going to shut it off and restart and continue with another video. Okay, y'all, I'm going to end it here. The video's getting long. But it's taking that orange peel out. It's still there. It's a lot less up here where I've done more sanding than down here. But I'll turn this off and I'll film the rest of it. You just won't see it right now. Y'all take care.